The franchise, which debuted in 2007 with Michael Bay directing and Shia LaBeouf starring, had a soft reboot with the 2018 movie Bumblebee, which was set in 1994. Transformers Rise of the Beasts, which is also included in this revised timeline, is set in 1994. The latest revelation by Paramount about the future of their film and television projects revealed that Transformers 8 is in the works, forging a new trilogy. The Transformers franchise will retain a key feature in the upcoming sequel to Transformers Rise of the Beasts, directed by Stephen Caple Jr. Despite the anticipation of a G.I. Joe crossover, Caple Jr.'s indications imply that the film will effectively function as a suitable continuation of the Rise of the Beasts tale. By expanding the series beyond Earth, the sequel may emphasize the significance of the Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover. This choice lays the groundwork for the return of enormous Transformers in the following film, especially with Unicron established as the next primary foe. Transformers 8 might see Autobots, Maximals, and Joes banding together to stop Unicron's planetary eating, extending the plot to include new worlds and Transformers. The presence of Transformers on faraway worlds would add to the film's mythos, providing a broad range of people and storylines. This cosmic expansion corresponds to the positive rise of other Transformer civilizations throughout the cosmos. Furthermore, Transformers 8 may effortlessly include G.I. Joe into the plot, allowing us to explore their individual powers and positions inside this vast universe. The picture promises to be a vast and diverse spectacle that takes the Transformers tale into unprecedented territory, immersing spectators and expanding the interrelated narrative of this popular brand. While Stephen Caple Jr.'s major focus in the planned sequel to Rise of the Beasts appears to be on the Transformers series, there is still avid expectation for the introduction of G.I. Joe characters. Their appearance might present the viewer with a fresh perspective, perhaps functioning as point-of-view characters. This deliberate inclusion allows for the smooth introduction of new Transformer species, which enhances the story by providing new views through the lens of the classic G.I. Joe protagonists. The collaboration of the two properties promises an entertaining cinematic experience that blends the established and the novel inside the enormous Transformers world. However, Transformers 8 is slated to reveal a new danger to Noah Diaz, his friends, and the Autobots, paving the way for another action-packed sequel in the iconic franchise. While precise story specifics are unknown, the narrative trajectory follows the established pattern of Transformers films, in which an impending danger compels the Autobots' participation and entangles their human counterparts in the continuing conflict. This recurring theme has been a pillar of the franchise, and it is doubtful that it will change now. Noah and Elena were introduced as pivotal characters in Rise of the Beasts, cooperating with Autobots and Maximals and gaining personal experience of the robotic world. With this awareness, it is quite likely that they will be lured back into the fight if a new threat appears. The climax of Rise of the Beasts lays the foundation for Noah and Mirage's future collaboration, producing a logical and consistent narrative thread for the next film. Human-Autobot cooperation is believed to be crucial as they join forces to combat the approaching menace. The dynamic created in the previous movie, in which Noah and Elena collaborated with Autobots and Maximals, lays a solid framework for their engagement in Transformers 8. Fans may expect another thrilling chapter in the Transformers narrative, as the series has constantly offered high-stakes confrontations, dramatic action sequences, and the examination of nuanced relationships between humans and robots. While the specific nature of the new danger is unknown, it is expected to lead Noah, his pals, and the Autobots into another epic fight, demonstrating the Transformers franchise's ongoing appeal and excitement. Transformers 8 intends to continue the series' history of flawlessly integrating human and robotic components, providing fans with an immersive and fascinating cinematic experience in the ever-expanding Transformers world. Now, let's talk about the cast. The Transformers film franchise has had its fair share of cast changes over the years, beginning with Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox in Michael Bay's first films and ending with Mark Wahlberg. Notably, Haley Steinfeld's performance in Bumblebee received critical acclaim, leaving fans hoping for her return. Anthony Ramos as Noah Diaz makes his debut in Rise of the Beasts, and it's quite likely that he'll continue to play an important role in the franchise. Furthermore, the iconic robots' voice actors, including Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime, Pete Davidson as Mirage, Liza Koshy as RC, Cristo Fernandez as Wheeljack, John DiMaggio as Stratosphere, Luna Lauren Velez as Brianna Diaz, Toby Nwigwe as Reek, and Dean Scott Vasquez as Chris Diaz add to the film's allure. This broad and accomplished cast suggests a fascinating cinematic experience with a seamless blend of human and synthetic characters. The possible Transformers 8 ensemble appears to be a well-curated blend of seasoned performers and new faces, assuring the franchise's continued popularity and ability to appeal to both longtime fans and novices alike. The anticipation for the next episode is evident as Anthony Ramos takes the lead, joined by a talented ensemble and the return of beloved Transformers voice actors, generating a buzz that reaches beyond the borders of the silver screen. Transformers 8 seems to be prepared to provide another thrilling chapter in the everlasting narrative of man and machine, thanks to its strong ensemble. The new Transformers movies will begin with a new lead. Despite the fact that new Transformers films are in the works, none of them will have Shia LaBeouf returning, and Mark Wahlberg is apparently done with the property, leaving the door open for a complete reboot. LaBeouf played Sam Witwicky in the first 3 Transformers films, and his absence may appear strange to those who stopped following the franchise after the first 3 installments. LaBeouf made the first decision not to return, believing that Sam's tale was complete and had run its course. However, this did not go over well with supporters. Many people found it strange that he'd abruptly disappeared from all involvement with Optimus and the Autobots, especially since it was implied he died off-screen, based on a comment made during Transformers: The Last Night that suggested Vivian Wembley was the last surviving member of the Wembley bloodline. Wahlberg has also completed his depiction of Cade Yeager, with sources dating back to 2017 revealing that it was his final presentation at a charity screening of Transformers: The Last Night. The prospect of non-Michael Bay Transformers movies didn't appeal to him, since he'd signed on for the collaborative component, and the impending rise of the Beasts couldn't entice him enough to return. That said, neither lead was ever going to be able to outperform the giant, clattering Autobots and Decepticons, so now would be a good time for the Transformers movies to invest some creative energy into their leads and provide a strong human element to counterbalance the presence of the bots, as Rise of the Beasts did with Anthony Ramos' character Noah. There is currently no trailer for Transformers 8, and the chances of seeing one until 2025 are remote. The publication of a trailer usually coincides with the release date of the film, and with no official release date for Transformers 8, fans will have to wait. The expectation for a trailer is dependent on Paramount's strategic strategy, which frequently entails a theatrical release in the US and the UK before finding its way to Paramount Plus, the company's streaming service. Given the studio's big intentions for the Transformers series, with sequels already in the works, it's clear that Paramount is eager to keep the momentum going. However, the absence of clear release dates for planned sequels, including Transformers 8, left fans wondering when the next chapter in the robotic epic would be seen. Because Paramount owns the intellectual property, they are the driving force behind the distribution plan, guaranteeing that a theatrical release precedes streaming availability on Paramount Plus. This dual release strategy has been a staple of the Transformers franchise and Transformers 8. Despite the excitement around the film's debut, the lack of an official release date implies that Transformers 8 will not be released before 2025. The studio's dedication to moving the franchise ahead quickly suggests a steady supply of content for fans to look forward to, but specifics, such as trailer releases and premiere dates, remain unknown. That's it for now. Do like and subscribe to our channel, and get ready for Transformers 8's epic journey. Will Noah Diaz and the Autobots conquer the new threat? What's your prediction?